បាទសូមគោរពជម្រាបសួរទៅដល់ជនរួមជាតិក៏ដូចជាប្រិយមិត្តក្នុងនិងក្រៅប្រទេសសូមគោរពជម្រាបសួរលោកយាយលោកតាពុកម៉ែពូមីងបងប្អូននៅសហគមន៍ខ្មែរនៅទីក្រុង Long Beach រដ្ឋ California បាទសូមស្វាគមន៍ការមកដល់វេទិកាផ្សព្វផ្សាយសហគមន៍ដែលយើងបានបន្តកម្មវិធី Reading Club របស់យើងបាទអញ្ចឹងរហូតមកដល់ពេលនេះយើងបានអានសៀវភៅចប់មួយហើយសៀវភៅដែលយើងបានអានចប់នោះគឺសៀវភៅមានភាសាខ្មែរនិងភាសាអង់គ្លេសភាសាខ្មែរដែលមានចំណងជើងថារដូវអត់អាហារហើយភាសាអង់គ្លេសជា Stowing Season បាទប៉ុន្តែយើងនៅបន្តសៀវភៅមួយទៀតក៏រៀបនឹងចិត្តចប់ដែរហើយយើងបានអានមក24លើកហើយឥឡូវថ្ងៃនេះយើងមកដល់ជំពូកទី25បាទអញ្ចឹងសៀវភៅដែលយើងបន្តអាននេះគេហៅថាដែលមានចំណងជើងថា Khmer Rise គឺដែលមាន subtitle ហៅថា How I Escape Genocide បាទអញ្ចឹងសម្រាប់កម្មវិធីថ្ងៃនេះយើងមានក្រុមអ្នកអានជាភាសាអង់គ្លេសបាទហើយនៅក្នុងនោះយើងមានក្រុមអ្នកអានយើង3រូបហើយក៏មានលោកពូ Patrick កែវគាត់ដែលជាអ្នកនិពន្ធលោកតែងតែឆ្លៀតពេលដើម្បីចូលរួមមកជាមួយនឹងក្រុមអានរបស់យើងដើម្បីទន្ទឹងរង់ចាំនៅសំណួរឬក៏ចម្ងល់ផ្សេងពីសមាជិកក្រុមអ្នកអានរបស់យើងក៏ដូចជាប្រិយមិត្តដែលតាមដានកម្មវិធីរបស់យើងផងដែរហើយយើងសូមស្វាគមន៍បើសិនមានសំណួរចម្ងល់ពីប្រិយមិត្តដែលនៅតាមដានកម្មវិធីរបស់យើងចង់សាកសួរលោកពូផ្ទាល់យើងនឹងយកសារសូមគ្រាន់តែតម្លាក់សារមកកាន់ Facebook page របស់យើងនឹងយកសំណួរឬក៏ចម្ងល់ឬក៏អ្វីផ្សេងទៀតដើម្បីដាក់ជូនលោកពូដើម្បីធ្វើការឆ្លើយតបអញ្ចឹងសម្រាប់កម្មវិធីថ្ងៃនេះយើងមានទី1មានលោកគ្រូ Viith បាទជំរាបសួរលោកគ្រូ Viith បាទ
ជំរាបសួរលោកគ្រូអរគុណ
បាទហើយទី2គឺលោកគ្រូ Derrick បាទជំរាបសួរលោកគ្រូ Derrick បាទ
ជំរាបសួរលោកគ្រូជំរាបសួរដល់អ្នក
បាទហើយទី3 Kerry Chhay ជំរាបសួរ Kerry
ជំរាបសួរអ្នកអរគ្នា
បាទហើយនឹងលោកពូ Patrick បាទជំរាបសួរលោកពូបាទ
Hello everybody aloha
បាទហើយយើងសូមអធិស្ឋានផងដែរកាលពីសប្តាហ៍មុនយើងអាក់ខានមួយសប្តាហ៍ដោយសារសមាជិកក្រុមអ្នកអានរបស់យើងមានធរៈផ្ទាល់ខ្លួនបាទទោះបីយ៉ាងណាក៏ដោយថ្ងៃនេះយើងនឹងបន្តសភៅយើងបន្តទៅទៀតដែលយើងសូមឲ្យក្រុមអ្នកអានរបស់យើងចាប់ផ្ដើមអាននៅទំព័រដំបូងនៃជំពូកទី25បាទអញ្ចឹងសូមអញ្ជើញតាមលេខរៀងបាទ
Good evening. We'll read chapter 25 on page 205. You are designed to win living best life. Happiness does not fall out of the clear blue skies and dreams will not come true all by themselves, said Deng Xiaoping of the People's Republic of China. I feel you can live the best possible life even if you have fallen to rock bottom. You can live a happy life, notwithstanding your past, said history. For the forgotten peoples of Cambodia, you can rise above this even if you are victims of the mass murders of the Pol Pot genocide regime. Many people have done so, and all of you know who you are. Many may still be upset with the world that turned a blind eye on genocide. They may have been subservient to the publics and brought down your countries to total destruction. You're down, but they are not good enough reasons to stay down. You can rise above this by working even harder. The ideas of working hard is the most honorable, the greatest, and the most beautiful virtue in this one man's opinion. For most of my adult life, I honor the saying, you are designed to win. We know the world is a hunting place and the world needs hope. You could blame the world for what happens to you, but at the end of the days, it's your choice to exercise courage by getting up and walking away from the obstacles of your past. You are masters of your own fate. As a young Cambodian refugee, I got up to walk when I was down, not knowing where. With a little courage, a little hard work, a lot of combinations of both, I'm here sharing my stories with you and choosing not to look back since. It has been a long journey. Along the way, dreams have come true and I'm living the best life possible. And I have no doubt that you can't do it too. These days, I'm thankful that people have seen my life as a kind of inspiration. I share my life stories with the world whenever it's possible. When I speak to groups of people and school children, the topics that I like to use include breaking the barriers of the past, turning pains to the purpose. If you believe it, you can do it. If you're a master of your fate, destiny, the more you choose courage, the more likely you'll succeed. We know that there are millions of people going to bad hungries tonight. There are in excess of 100 million slaves, and I was one of them, but turned my life around. While life never promised fairness, and good news is you are designed to win. You can live the best possible life to your maximum potential. It's up to you to believe it. You may have experienced horrible poverty and despairs in the past, but you don't have to finish that way. It's like the slaveries of the Khmer Rouge that I had to overcome. As soon as I had the chance, I got out of there so fast. Then I then an arrow and arrows couldn't catch up with me. If you believe in yourself that you can rise above the bad experiences of the past, you have nowhere to go but up, making the best life for yourself as I did for mine. Thank you.
Thank you, Derek. I share my story in the context of an example. I'm not in any way better than the guy next door. Perhaps I may possess a tad more courage than most, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. You see, most people give up far too easily when facing some kind of adversity. When things don't go their way, they give up and blame others for their downfall. When you give up, it is no different from giving up the chance of discovering new things that could lead to the best life possible. If you give up, you give yourself zero chance to do great things. Since we're programmed to lose, every day people discourage us. No matter how good a day you're having, people try to bring you down. No matter how bad a day you're having, they try to bring you down even lower. Stay away from those who put you down, telling you that you can't do it because you can. I have experienced my fair share of discouragement. The reality is, you can name a few of your biggest discouragements in life. They're not your biggest discouragements. This sounds harsh, but the reality is that you are the biggest discouragement of your own life. So get up and get out of your comfort zone. You see, hunters go into forests for fresh meat, knowing that they could face danger from bears and tigers. Fishermen know the danger of storm and big waves at sea, but that isn't a good enough reason to stay on shore. The same is true in life. Failure is not a good enough reason to give up. Pain and despair are not good reasons to abandon your dreams. If you do, it is like you are giving up on your best life ahead. If the fishermen stayed on shore, they wouldn't enjoy a good life in the village. If hunters didn't hunt, you know what would happen to them. This may require commitment and self-determination on your part. There's always a price you may have to pay. Be aware of that. You may have greatly suffered personally when doing the right thing, but the reward of that bravery is often great, outweighing the cost. It was certainly worth it in the end for me. I found out firsthand that finding strength through adversity is the key to living your full potential. You may have been knocked down a few times in life. Staying down is not a good solution. Believing in yourself is key to transforming life and living up to your potential. It's so important that you believe in yourself, and only you can do this through self-control. Remember, dreams can come true and life can be transformed in spite of odds. despite the odds of disadvantage against you. As refugees, there are countless odds of disadvantage against us, more than we care to acknowledge. With no money, we went to universities. With no money, we chose to play the game of golf, the most expensive game. But not anymore. What chip, what putt practices are free. We can play them a million times until you maintain enough self-confidence to do it as many times as it takes to win. No, regardless of adversity, Monica plays the game because she wants to. She believes that she can do it and has the courage to work hard at it. When you do that, life gives you what you believe every time. It's not a small task, but she did it. The results speak for themselves. Unfairness in life is not a good enough reason to stop dreaming. Nothing is.
Good job, Kerry. Thank you. Living the best life start with the first step out of your comfort zone. Know what your dream is. The first step. A 1,000-mile journey start with taking that first step, keeping on taking until you see the sunset. Believe in what you do. Staying focused is the key. Rest if you must, but never give up. Just like the escape, think faith over fear, as mentioned in an earlier chapter. Whatever you focus on, that's where you are distracting your energy, directing your energy, and an energy create a result. Often people ask me, what is the one thing you want people to remember about you? It's simple, really. I live a fulfilling life. You designed to win. If you believe it, you can do it. And it's true. I don't want people to feel sorry for me. I live my best life to my maximum potential for the most part, even though there are many challenges in my life. Most of them were created by poverty that have absolutely nothing to do with the first place. I don't think about these challenges very much because I'm able to overcome most of them. From a young age, I've been aware of the fact that I was born and live with the choices like everyone else. The choice is mine, either to be thankful for what I have or to be unhappy with what I don't have. The power of that choice was the first thing that I have to overcome and decide for myself, especially since the early years of the Khmer rule. So I'm writing to share with you how I'm able to live the best life possible in spite of these challenges. First, I make decision to be happy with what I have. I'm content with what I get. I do with what I have, and I'm fine with what I can do, like not being able to see or contact my living mother and sibling for 20 years due to war and occupation. However, there are a great many choices out there that I can do. I see no reason to focus on what I can't do. If you choose to be happy with what you have, that is good start with a good chance that you will live with the best possible life of happiness. People also ask, isn't it hard living with slavery in your past? Isn't it hard living without parent and support system? What are the daily challenges of living with a horrible crime like that? To be honest, I don't think about the past very much. Most of the time, it is spent thinking about things that have nothing to at all to do with what horrible crime. To me, negative thought can be enrolls the soul. They are like a disease that all can weaken your immune system. It's like an infectious virus that can kill you. My choice is to spend my energy on positive outlook on things. There are enough people out there telling me I can't do this and can't do that. There is no reason for me to do it. I stay away from those people if I have any choice. When I can't do something, instead I choose to focus on the activity that I passionately about, like looking forward to picking up my daughter from school, helping her with schoolwork and her golf skill, whether on the driving range or playing a few holes. Sometimes I may need to find a different way to do something by making adjustments. While people were starving during Khmer Rouge, I look forward to finding wild potato or sweet potato root where I secretly planted them on a hillside. It was kind of of like my admission to the university while having a high school diploma. Taking no for an answer would have been my weakness. Instead, I asked what I could do so the answer could be changed to a yes. I knew that only scholarship would allow me to afford to send my daughter to the best college of her choice. So I spent time coaching her golf skill, mostly short game, around the green. Those practices were free. Thank God she was good enough to earn the athletic scholarship to play collegiate golf. That kind of cool. When I went to college, I didn't have a car. I invest in a motor scooters instead for 90 cents per week for gas. It served the same purpose as owning a car. I didn't have money to pay for university tuition, so I went out to people's house and asked if I could clean their yard, mow their lawn, and paint their house. You may be surprised about the kindness of people to strangers. So I was able to make my dream come true. With this outlook, hopefully you can also make your dream come true. To keep moving forward is another factor in living your best life possible. I believe that continuing to move forward is a key to open a new door. Every day I do what I can to have something to look forward to, like new classes, new project around the house, new skill, helping other Cambodian refugees with their issue and problem. I took new classes, Coach Monica knew a golf skill and learned new skill like making ukulele. Secretly planting Kavazi's root and sweet potato on a hillside, found new field for my buffalo and rowboat through the Mekong. When I needed to, I drummed up enough courage to escape Cambodia, and then I land a translated job with the U.S. Embassy. You get the picture. All of these things keep me focused. I rest if I need to and know that there is new horizon ahead that may get me through some difficult time. I spend zero energy feeling sorry for myself. Because when I do, I get stuck in a hole where there is no room for potential ahead. During the Khmer Rouge, most of the time I have to be brave. It wasn't always easy. I realized that being brave isn't supposed to be easy. And for me to keep moving forward was key to open doors. So I don't use energy feeling sorry for myself. With this outlook, I hope that you can live the best life to be your maximum potential as well. Good friend, colleague, and neighbor are also part of living your best life. I choose to surround myself with people I want to be with. Through my life journey from Cambodia to Thailand to Maine, now living in Hawaii, and back to Cambodia, I met many people who later became friends and acquainted. With some, we lost touch. With some, we kept in touch. They come and go as time changed. Every one of them, their personality and their outlook on life influenced my decision and choice on my journey towards the best life possible.
បាទសូមអរគុណលោកគ្រូ Viith.
Yeah.
I'm extremely lucky to have amazing sponsor and mentor who have always supported my activity throughout my stay in the new land. And I am also really fortunate to have a really close group of friends at school, at work, and in social groups. We really enjoy each other's company, and we help each other out whether we need to. We see each other for who we really are. They provide me a positive influence in my life, and I hope I provide a positive influence on their as well. Now that we are at the greatest experience stage in this world, we can now mentor the younger generation to path to living their best lives to their maximum potentials. What I like about being in a group like the Camera Center is that the mission trip that we make together is true, is genuine, and supersede any pain, suffering of the past. So I don't have to worry about who injected what to cause what pain and suffering when I am feeling so good about helping others. One small gesture to Jenny's mother made her become a successful businesswoman. In the process, in helping three lives out of poverty. So one and a boy who grew bananas for a living became a successful banana wholesaler. What doesn't feel good about that, you ask? There are just a few specific examples of what small investments can do. Imagine what prudent investment can produce. I can see extreme poverty could be a thing of the past of Cambodia through inspiration of hope and love. When we feel like we don't have enough love and we don't have enough hope, we start losing strength to live. The Cambodian poor have a huge wealth. They are surrounded by four walls and a low ceiling of opportunity. The good news is that you can help break the barriers of the past one family at a time. បាទអរគុណច្រើនយើងអានចប់ជំពូកទី25បាទអញ្ចឹងជាឱកាសដើម្បីក្រុមយើងមានសំណួរឬក៏មានចម្ងល់អីអាចធ្វើការសួរទៅលោកពូផាត់ចកែបានបាទសូមអញ្ជើញ
Yeah, so what do you think about that chapter? That's pretty good, huh? Chapters.
Yes, Laku chapter, your designs to win. That is the best chapter. I like it. You work it out hard enough to win. you succeed your best life. Something that is hard to accomplish, but it takes the courage and a time to overcome all this win. So win, right? Cool.
You believe it. You believe it. You can do it, man. That's as simple as
true,
that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, Cool. Yeah, but sometimes you try it hard, but sometimes people change their direction. They give up. So I saw a lot of people like that.
Yeah, they give up.
Yeah, they give up. They change their direction.
Yeah, you're not supposed to give up. You're supposed to take a break if you feel like you need something, then continue on, and you don't.
So you're a good example for this chapter. Yeah. That's good. The best chapter. I like it.
If you give up, it means what? It means you give up your best chance ahead. Right around the corner, you don't know that, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Look, I have the question to this picture here. So where this picture is taken? I mean, where did you copy from somewhere, or you take it with your own?
What pictures?
Yeah, chapter 206. The boy that prayed.
Let's see.
He prayed.
No, that's my picture. See, look, is a Mang large crowd, a Cambodian boy. Caught my eye. He's praised for courage and hope. So he could break the barriers of the past. They could boom spoo. Yes, that's I took that pictures. Among 300-400 kids come around, and and I only see him. He just sit down and pray. So I kept that pictures. And he was blessed. We hope him go to university. Yeah. So yes. Yeah, he's a very from that time is his 13 years 13 years ago. So yeah, he's he's in what do you call it, graduated from university, so he's doing well, helping out his village, you know. So
because of you, so he can
yes,
do just like
yeah,
follow your footstep and
yeah.
learn
So
everything from your.
you know, when we see something like that, and that's we feel that it's worth it to help to pursue, looking for, you know, and then yeah, and he still connected to his village, even though he live in the city, he's still connected to his village. Come back to his village and tell the story of his success and to the kid. And because that place is about 80 kilometers from Phnom Penh.
80
It's very
kilometers,
remote. We had to go in like couple of hours into the dirt road, you know, to go to his village, you know. So he's one of the person now inspire those kids in the elementary school in his village. About his elementary school, about 300 people, you know. So
All right, thank you, Luku. I pass along next.
Derrick?
okay. Any questions? A lot of good question in here, you know. or maybe you guys know already, you know. Yeah.
I don't have any. Sorry.
Okay, thank you, Kerry. Yeah, look, this chapter is very one of my passion because I'm a life coach and self-development is one of my favorite. And so my question to you is that since you travel to Cambodia to help out a lot, what do you think of self-development? You think we need more of it in our school system? Then?
Oh yeah, they have a long way to go, especially you know in Cambodian you know village rural. They will stick with the you know everything is tradition, everything is you know you can't go you know break your tradition and all that. That's you know, so we teach them the love and the hope, you know, and it doesn't matter where they are, you know, poverty or poor is not an issue, you know. The issue is heart. What you want to do, you know, what you inspire, you know, to be when you grow up, you know, and from there we see that, you know, student or kids are sincere and, you know, then we pursue them, you know,
Yes.
and use them as a sample for the next generation.
Yes, yes. I think that's one of my favorite too. And I would like to go back and instill my knowledge as a self-development coach out there because I think we need to change the mindset because
Yeah.
a strong mindset in a younger generation will multiply more. And I
And
like
yeah,
yeah, I like this quote that you have here: breaking the barrier of the past, turning pain to purpose. If you
yeah.
believe, if you believe it, you can do it. You really master your faith and destiny. That's a very strong contact. I want to know how do you come about of coming up with that saying?
Yeah, well, you know, through experience in life, you know, and you only can do your thing, right? And I gather that those a couple of sentence, a couple of phrases, because people don't want too much. You know, you got to do that, and if you don't do that, you do this, and no, just
Yeah.
too much. You know, you just wanted to create a couple of sentence and phrases that they can remember for a lifetime. You know, every time when they get down and they come to that, no, I'm creating to be a winner. You know, and I believed it. I mean, I develop your own self-confidence, believed it, and put your action, you will do it, you know. So that's you know, as you get into trouble, you know, a lot of people give you pain. I mean, from others, you turn that pain to the purpose. You know, you don't need to revenge. A good revenge is to create you know, to make yourself successful or other, that's a good revenge for those people who, who do a bad thing on you or somehow do not put you in the right context, that's how, I be able to shed some light. So with that, phrase and sentences, everywhere I go, I always tell them, when they say, oh, we cannot do that. No, you can, break the barrier to pass. The barrier is need to be break, and all you have to do is you believe in yourself. And you, if you want to do it, if you don't, then nobody can help you.
Yeah.
You gotta be willing to get out of there. If you do that, if you see it, then a lot of stranger out there that is they will see, they will see your effort,
Yeah.
and plus, especially for us who are Cambodian and living abroad, and then we willing to come back and go to the village, go to, and they will see it. They will see that we there for a purpose, genuine, true hope, true inspiration. They can't give anything to us. We don't want anything from them, or they can't give us anything. Only us. We just want them to be better, to their family to be better, to hope out whatever this resource they have. If they're willing to do the work, we will hope we will find a way for them to improve their life, But first, they have to be wanted to change. If you keep then, oh, you can do this because the traditional don't let you do that, then we cannot help you. You got to break that. You got to break from that, and then we can help.
Yes.
Of course, we not preach on, like avoiding your tradition and all that. No, the good tradition you keep, but bad tradition, this new standard age, you move on. We tell them which good, which is not good, too good,
Yes.
like that.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Laku. Yeah, Laku, Sanghak, go ahead. Yeah.
បាទខ្ញុំអានជំពូកទី25នេះខ្ញុំក៏ចង់ចូលរួមផ្ញើជាសារទៅដល់អ្នកដែលមានការមិនសូវមានគេហៅថាទឹកចិត្តតស៊ូរហ័សក្នុងការបាក់ទឹកចិត្តអញ្ចឹងបើសិនមានឱកាសគួរតែអានសៀវភៅ Khmer Rise ឬក៏ How I Escaped Genocide ជាពិសេសជំពូក25នេះតែម្ដងបាទព្រោះខ្ញុំក៏ជាឧទាហរណ៍ជាក់ស្ដែងមួយដែរនិយាយទៅថាយើងមោទនភាពខ្លួនឯងប៉ុន្តែមានតែខ្លួនយើងនេះដឹងពីអ្វីដែលយើងបាននឹងកំពុងធ្វើជាក់ស្ដែងបើសិនខ្ញុំមិនបានបង្ហាញពីសមត្ថភាពយើងមិនបានចូលរួមដើម្បីក្នុងកិច្ចការសហគមន៍ជាអ្នកស្ម័គ្រចិត្តគេអត់ស្គាល់យើងអត់ស្គាល់គេហើយយើងពិបាករកឱកាសខ្លួនឯងណាប៉ុន្តែនៅពេលដែលយើងចូលប្រឡូកទៅគេស្គាល់យើងស្គាល់គេពេលហ្នឹងឱកាសយើងបានមកដល់បាទព្រោះអីដើម្បីគេផ្ដល់ឱកាសឲ្យយើងត្រូវចេះបង្កើតឱកាសខ្លួនឯងបាទអញ្ចឹងនេះគឺជាឧទាហរណ៍មួយជាក់ស្ដែងដែលខ្ញុំព្យាយាមបង្ហាញគេពីអ្វីដែលខ្ញុំអាចចេះអាចដឹងអាចយល់ដើម្បីចូលរួមចំណែកក្នុងកិច្ចការសហគមន៍ទោះបីជាយើងធ្វើមកមិនទទួលបានប្រាក់កម្រៃប៉ុន្តែថ្ងៃណាមួយគេមានការងារអីដែលគេដឹងពីសមត្ថភាពរបស់យើងគេទៅផ្ដល់ការងារឲ្យយើងបាទហើយកាលណាតែយើងបានការងារមួយហើយតើបើកផ្លូវជាទៅមុខហើយគេកាន់តែស្គាល់យើងច្រើនទៀតយើងកាន់តែមានឱកាសទៅទៀតបាទនេះគឺគាត់តែចង់ខ្ញុំលើកឧទាហរណ៍ដែលឆ្លើយតបជាមួយនឹងការលើកទឹកចិត្តខ្លួនឯងត្រូវតែប្រឹងប្រែងតស៊ូហើយឱកាសព្យាយាមបង្កើតឱកាសតាមរយៈយើងបង្ហាញពីអ្វីដែលយើងមាន passion ដែលយើងមាន commitment ដែលយើងចង់ខ្លាយជាអីចង់ធ្វើអីហ្នឹងបាទហើយខ្ញុំមានសំណួរចង់សួរលោកពូបន្តិចដែរបើសិនលោកពូអាចឆ្លើយបានព្រោះអីយើងអានសភៅរដូវអត់អាហារចប់ហើយយើងមើលដំណើរខ្សែជីវិតរបស់លោកវិជ្ជបណ្ឌិតដុកទ័រសៀងសេងជាមួយនឹងគ្រួសារគាត់មានហូរហែមកខ្លះបាទប៉ុន្តែចុងក្រោយមកហាក់ដូចជាយើងអត់បានដឹងប៉ុន្តែគាត់បានបកស្រាយពីជីវិតគ្រួសាររបស់គាត់បាទប៉ុន្តែយើងមើលសភៅខ្មែររាយនេះហាក់បីដូចជាលោកពូ ខ្ញុំមិនដឹងថាតើលោកពូអាចជួយជម្រាបពីជីវិតគ្រួសារលោកពូបន្តិចបានទេព្រោះអីលោកពូបាននិយាយច្រើនទាក់ទងរឿងកូនស្រីចុះគ្រួសារលោកពូវិញតើគាត់ជាអ្នកបានន័យថាយើងចាប់ដៃគ្នាកសាងគ្រួសារមួយហើយតើដំណើរនៃការជីវិតនឹងគាត់បានចូលរួមចំណែកអីខ្លះដើម្បីធ្វើម៉េចឲ្យបានលោកពូមានរហូតដល់ថ្ងៃនេះហើយជាមានឱកាសចុងក្រោយហ្នឹងអាចលោកពូអាចមានទោះបីជាលោកពូមិនបានបម្រើការងារជាលក្ខណៈនៅក្នុងស្ថាប័នរដ្ឋទៀតមែនប៉ុន្តែលោកពូមានការងារជាច្រើនទៅធ្វើហើយមានបេសកកម្មមនុស្សធម៌ទៅស្រុកខ្មែរទៀតតាមរយៈមជ្ឈមណ្ឌល Camera ទី1លោកពូអាចជួយប្រាប់បានទេតកតងទៅនឹងគ្រួសារលោកពូហើយទី2ខ្ញុំចង់ឲ្យលោកពូជួយនិយាយបន្តិចតកតងរឿងមជ្ឈមណ្ឌល Camera ហ្នឹងតើមជ្ឈមណ្ឌលហ្នឹងកកើតយ៉ាងម៉េចដែរហើយការកកើតមជ្ឈមណ្ឌលហ្នឹងក្នុងគោលបំណងអីហើយតើមជ្ឈមណ្ឌលហ្នឹងគឺជា community based organization ឬក៏ជាយ៉ាងម៉េចដែរលោកពូបាទសូមជឿលោកពូបាទ
ពីគ្រួសាររបស់ខ្ញុំវាគ្មានអីនឹងដូចតែគេដូចឯងដែរគាត់ very accomplished by on her own right. She's and she worked for the state of Hawaii, engineering in called transportation department. So she put in almost 20 something years already. So she's successful in her own right. The reason I don't put her too much in here is that that's her request, not to, let her own, she have her own thing to do. And plus, this is a book about my accomplishment, my, to motivating, you put too much actor in it, it just, it just creating interference, creating the storyline is just too many, The reason I put my daughters in is that because you want to establish that, you achieve success on your own life, everybody can do it, but for your offspring, be able to coach or be able to provide the environment to your offspring to be successful also, to make, they call it American story, American success story continue, and that is another story, and not too many people be able to do that, only a handful of people that can claim that kind of achievement, So not that I desire, wanted to be any, it's just that's the way I'm the way I think. And thermal camera centers is a friend of mine and myself found that 20 years ago. Is not a community, is a church. It's a Christian church, Cambodian church. Okay, and it's an extension from a American Christian church, and they provide us some kind of a building so that we can use that building to as a place, because in Hawaii is a lot of Cambodian come through University of Hawaii, and they have no sense of light. When they come to Hawaii, it's dark, a place of darkness. They don't have nobody to a supporting system. So we provide that as a supporting system. They can, come to University of Hawaii and, and come to visit us, and we know aware of them, and then we provide some kind of inspiration or, spiritual enlightenment sort of thing. They need to, we hope them throughout the academic years until they finished it. In terms of the support, like that. So they don't feel that they feel that they're lonely like that. We let them know that we are a part of Cambodian that a supporting system, that they can always have a shoulder to lean on. You're not alone. we know already the loneliness when we first came, nobody hoping us, all of that. We feel that we had to do something for our native, and then we started to people were interested in our organization, and we decided to spread out to Cambodia. We first as a mission trip when we went in 2000, I mean 1999, 2000. That's the first trip. I'm not a part of the first trip, by the way. A friend of mine part of the first trip. I go on my own. I go on my own. In 1999. Well, actually, and I went to 1992, 1995, all that on my own. But later on, and we feel that we in America, we feel not obligated. We feel that we should, or that at least what we can do to spread out the good news and also to show them the hope that no matter circumstances that you have been through or there is always a hope. People will if you come across the right person, it's like a kindness of strangers. That's what we wanted to be able. And we want to use our organization as, when in Cambodia, when you travel or walking or ride bicycle from a village to a village, and you're thirsty, you need water, right? And we are part of those small pot of water that people put, in the street, right? They call it out there, Salachan, right? And they put a bucket of water so that people can rest and then get, cold water to drink and move on to a new trip. So we want to be representing that way to people who come to America from Cambodia to Hawaii, America, and at least to provide some kind of thirst, water for them to drink, to take a break, to take a rest, thing like that. That's the purpose of our Camera Center.
បាទសូមអរគុណច្រើនលោកពូ
And yes, it's a Cambodian church.
បាទឥឡូវ Gloria
speak
ស្វាគមន៍ Gloria ដែលបានចូល
Hi
រួម
Gloria. Yeah, and we speak both Cambodian and English.
បាទ Okay អញ្ចឹង Gloria now your turn. You have any question?
It's a good chapter. You missed out a good chapter, man. This is a good chapter.
I skimmed through a bit of it.
Yeah, it's a really, really motivating chapters. It's like a 1, 2, 3 step to live a good life, to live your best potential. Moving forward. That's what Sanghak was saying. That moving forward. So everything is about moving forward. To be able to open door, you don't just stay still. You keep moving. Open door. Yeah. And know what you want. Know what is that you want. Then go from there.
What do you think gave you that mindset? Like, I know a lot of people, that kind of mindset doesn't just come to them, especially if they've been through a lot and they feel like they've been like just like run over. They don't like have that kind of positive energy like you have throughout this chapter. How do you think you came to have that sort of mindset?
Well, it's through the hardships, through the hell kind of thing, the nightmare, the despair that I've been through, especially during my evacuation from Phnom Penh, from the city, right? So I was separated from whole family. I'm on my own. That's where that I come to realize that I have to, be brave, even though I was teenagers at the time. Of course, I learned a lot of skills, surviving skill from the best of the best, the red beret from America and also the green beret from British, yeah. But I'm still teenagers. I'm still young, when you separate from your
a long life ahead of you. So I think maybe that could have also
so from there on, I survived the trip. I survived the 15 days evacuation, and then go in Khmer Rouge. I'd be able to kind of find a way to kind of support myself, even though it's no food, right? The first years is tough, is harsh to me, because I'm on my own, yeah. But when you become a part of the commune system, like they call it,กสิกรสมหភាព in the commune system, so កិច្ចការរួមធ្វើស្រែធ្វើការរួម then even though the food is not enough, I have my own way to supplement that. So through those kind of skills, then I be stronger and developing my own self-dependent, self-hope, independent, and build up my I guess stamina, my way of thinking, independent, my way of trying to survive, and from there on, soon I was get out from the Khmer Rouge, I use all my previous skill, and plus, before the Khmer Rouge, I already projected, I already foresee that in the Cambodian society, I have to be different. I have to be different from anybody. So that's why I go to study English. I go to study, Christianity, English school from church, and that give me the start. That people or the pastor or the people in the church, mostly foreigner from France, pastors or maybe sister, most of them from France. So they teach you the basic, skill for, for hoping, for, discover hope and love, and because that's the ingredients, the loving or the share, the share, the inspiration, even though you have only what you need, but you share what you need to other. And that's how you create this kind of a rapport, that so yeah, I don't know is answer your question, but that's how I got it. It comes through adversity, I guess. Put in a short context, you be strong in when you get in trouble. You don't like, when you get in trouble, you like no, you come to strong survive, the troubles portion in life. So yeah, it's you see the whole story, the story, yeah. Your mother's, I'm pretty sure she probably went the same routes, yeah. So yeah, similar way. So
what
that's
do you
why
mean by
this
that? Similar.
similar hardship, basically I learned it
Oh.
from the Khmer Rouge portion, and she been in the Khmer Rouge, how she survived the Khmer Rouge, things like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that creating, actually, I learned a lot when I become a translator for the U.S. Embassy. And then when they assigned me to translate for in Topf West for immigration officer, nobody assigned to translate for, in Topf West immigrant officer, they have their own translator. Thai speak Cambodian, and they have the in system, like in the government system, for them to be able to, because you have to have the clearance, you have to have the clearance to be able to work with them, And I was assigned because they clear me, because I told them, I was a commando trained by American, and I was clear, from there on, that I'm not any kind of a person like maybe agent of other communist, because we came from the communist states, during that time. So, and then they checked out that my name was just in the payroll of American payrolls, so. Yeah, then, and from there on, you feel like you make it, right? So you feel so self-confident, so proud. So your outlook in life is just, in the high horizon, it's from there. Yeah, so, yeah. Any other question?
Does anybody else?
OK ចង់យក
Anybody?
ឱកាសនេះសួរទៅក្រុមអ្នកអានយើងវិញបន្តិច
Yeah.
ព្រោះអីជំពូកទី25នេះអ្នកដែលដូចអ្វីដែលលោកពូអាសាមានប្រសាសន៍អញ្ចឹងអ្នកដែលខ្ជិលរៀនអត់ចង់បន្តការសិក្សាក្រោយពីអានសភៅជំពូកទី25នឹងហើយនឹងអាចដូរផ្លាស់ចិត្តដើម្បីត្រឡប់ទៅរៀនវិញហើយអ្នកដែលគិតថាអស់សង្ឃឹមក្នុងជីវិតចង់ធ្វើអីដែលជារឿងមិនល្អនៅពេលដែលអានជំពូកទី25ហ្នឹងនឹងអាចគិតឡើងវិញហើយព្យាយាមដុសខាត់កែច្នៃខ្លួនឯងដើម្បីដើរទៅរកផ្លូវល្អហើយគិតពីអ្វីដែលជាចំណុច positive ចំណុចវិជ្ជមាន
Yes, it's $20. It's only $20 and
ចឹងខ្ញុំចង់ជម្រាបសួរលោក Viith លោក Derrick Gloria ឬក៏ Kerry ក្រោយពីអានសភៅនេះតើមានអីដើម្បីបន្ថែមពីទឹកចិត្តរបស់យើងដែលមានកន្លងមកយូរហើយមានអីគិតថាវា fill up វាបានបំពេញបន្ថែមអីខ្លះទៀតក្រោយពីអានជំពូកទី25ចង់បានចំណាប់អារម្មណ៍ម្នាក់បន្តិចបាទអាចលោក Derrick មុនតើលោកគ្រូក្រោយពីអានជំពូកទី25នេះហើយលោកគ្រូគិតថាធ្វើឲ្យលោកគ្រូមានស្មារតីកាន់តែមាំទាំឡើងហើយធ្វើថាមានទឹកចិត្តកាន់តែចង់តស៊ូទៅមុខទៀតឬក៏យ៉ាងម៉េចដែរលោកគ្រូ
Yes, good. It's a good thing to bring up this thing, like because in real life, I mean, for everybody, individual life, they always have something bombarded. It's kind of like up and down, sometimes up, sometimes down, but it takes time. Never give up. And one thing that I learned from this chapter is kind of like it. You have to be, to be a man if you're a man, and just do things that you have to, but in a way that's appropriate, in a way that makes sense, and you learn from there, and you keep moving forward. Everything will come along on your way, to your way, But one thing is just kind of like never forget where you're from. That's my point. My point is never forget where you're from. You learn all this thing. You know your identity first, and then all this thing just follow that. That is one thing. Like I have my case too. That I it take me a while after I finished my school. Well, life changed, not better now, but it's still, I'm still in a in a rough way. That's still hope, but hope is still hope. but you have to take action. No action, not going to win anything. Just courage, yes. Courage and hope, it play along with that. I mean, hand in hand, but you have to take action. No action, nothing going to happen. So all these things that I believe it's true.
It's a right action too, you know, not just
right.
action, right action.
Right, it's a right action. Right.
You know, and you will know what is the right action or not after, you know, it's so.
But it take time, you know. It got to take time. It doesn't happen overnight. Everything it takes time.
You just don't give up. That's what it is. That's the main thing.
You got to be patient, you know, keep going till you see that, okay, now here am I. Like I said, I learned from this book too, from your book, and from Dr. Sin Seng too. It's kind of like, you know, a lot of things happens in life, and it's true. It's not just make up. It is true. It's a unique story that you that it's come with action is play along with that, and all this thing at the end of the day, just kind of like, yeah, we win.
Yes,
life change from you know bad to for better. That's true.
That's why, you know, I spent almost 10 years to create this book. I mean, you know, off and on, you know, I never give up that, you know, I should be like, oh, right, long time ago. No, this, you know, you just need to put into the context so that keep it as your legend. I mean, what do you call it? Legacy, you know?
Yeah.
You, at least you have registered in the record of the Congress of the United States, you know, that your book was in the Congress of the United States. Anybody can research the SPN numbers, will you know, so people will at some point, you know, now you are part of the, you are part of the,
one
scholar.
Thing,
you know.
One more thing that I just want to add it up. Never forget what you did. If you forget what you did, you don't know. You're not gonna know who you are or where you're from. So that's the point right there.
You know, you gotta be honest with yourself. You know, it doesn't matter. No matter where you go, but you have to be honest that you are Cambodian. When they ask you where you come from, you know, you're proud to be say I'm a Cambodian, originally from Cambodia. You know.
Yesterday about the what was that, the councilwoman, right? Now she shows us just her courage, kind of like different, you know. She had the courage and then move on to the higher level, but not to the really top. But at least nobody can, you know, be like her, you know. And that's the thing like that. She mentioned about no, she said she born in Khao Dang, in refugee camp. And she, at the end of this of her speeches, she said Timrip Lia, something like that. Never forget where you're from, you know. You have to, you have to, you know. Yeah,
she born at my root.
Don't you know, I also like to send a message that, you know, even though you are in a public, you know, office and all like that, so don't forget that you are no different from people who have hectares of farm and creating planting rice. You have no different from those people, you know. But your root, when you bring your root to be your own identity in this kind of public service, you know, it show you dignity, you know. That's that you true, have the dignity too, and that's what the public service need, you know. You don't say, oh, I'm not from Cambodian, you know. Can't be Cambodian to be a public servant and stuff like that. No.
There's nothing wrong about Cambodia.
Well, see, don't be surprised. I mean, if you ask Kerry, somebody's claim themselves from Cambodia, even they don't even recognize their own parents, you know.
they don't want to be part of that or what? I don't know what makes so wrong.
That's what I'm saying, that if you not recognize your root or identify by your root, you gone. You will be beyond hope already, you know.
You manufacture from there, you know.
Where you come from? You say, I'm American. Yeah, I know you're American, but your face is come from someplace, you know. What you gonna say?
Never forget your identity. That's it. All right.
សូមអរគុណលោកគ្រូ Derrick កៅដែលធ្វើការចូលរួមយ៉ាងក្បោះក្បាយហើយពិតជាមានអត្ថន័យនិងខ្លឹមសារមែនទែនថ្ងៃនេះបានស្ដាប់លោកគ្រូ Derrick បញ្ចេញនៅថ្មីមកហើយនឹងទេពកោសល្យក្នុងការគេហៅថាចេះបែងចែកនៅផ្នែកគំនិតហើយចែកម្លែកនៅបទពិសោធន៍ហ្នឹងសំខាន់មែនទែនអញ្ចឹងសង្ឃឹមថាលោកគ្រូ Derrick អនាគតទៅនឹងអាចក្លាយជា very well known public speaker. Okay, Kerry Chhay. So could you share with us what did you learn from the chapter 25?
Chapter is very full of optimism and positivity. I learned to get that despite being a very cynical person myself.
Cynical. Okay.
That's it. Thank you.
Okay, short but meaningful. Thank you, Kerry Chhay. Yeah, because we would like everyone to share after we go through the whole chapter 25. So Gloria, your turn. You finish it or not yet?
I was able to kind of skim through the entire thing.
Okay. Take a little bit of time. Let go into let group it. Yeah.
Oh, this is an awesome chapter. Like I said, one of my favorite topics. But in the game of life, everybody build the experience on your decisions. Every decision is your next building block, like your next move. So either right or wrong, you got to take that decision. But in order for some people to get that decision right, they have to have a mentor or a teacher, or which is a good foundation of most people is a parent. Parent, your first teacher of all of your first teacher in life is your strongest foundation. It's called parent, mom and a dad. So it's fortunate, the proof passing down that you have a strong foundation in order to instill you with that to go on forward with your life, because not that many kids that live in the city that fortunate enough to have that. Sometimes they only have a mom, sometimes they only have a dad, or not at all, and all they have is friends, and those friends influence them into a different direction in life. That's why majority of people I know, friends, they go either incarcerated, 6 feet underground, or got deported back. So fortunately that I able to learn through the year that mentor, teacher, supportive system, like you were saying, is very crucial in the self-development. So self-development is one of the subjects that each and every one of us in here, that if you're a teacher, if you're able to teach that, because a strong mindset is beat everything, okay? Beat everything. Because when they down and out, when they have a strong mindset, they will fight through it and they will win. But if they don't have the strong mindset, they will be influenced by the TV, by the social media, by their friends, by all kind of stuff, because in America, there's no shortage of influence. So with this chapter, yes, it will help. With this book, yes, it helps. But who will show to them to read it, to give it to them? So that's why I encourage those that are out there that are able to watch us reading this book, Khmer Raj, grab it for your kid, grab it for your nephew, grab it for your daughter, whoever that you love, and directly give it to them chapter 25, and let's talk about it. Because sometimes the positive mindset, you got to speak about it. It don't grow. Our mind is a land, masses of land. You know, our mind is one of the muscle that if you're able to take it, wrap it around the world, and wrap it 1.5. That's amazing. But yet, as you know, we only use less than 10%. So what's that mean? That means we have a full potential that deeper than the sea that we have not developed to able to cultivate that land. But yet when we do a reading like this, I'm sure a lot of people are like, oh, I'm tired, this is it. But that's the thing, when you speak tired, you program yourself to feel that emotion that you're tired, but yet you gotta have that energy that like, no, I'm not tired, I can do this, I can do this, I can get out of this funk. So that's really important that I want to share that people out there, it's all about what your mindset is telling you to do. Because if you don't strengthen that, nothing else gonna get better, because it starts with you. You gotta able to love yourself. That's why if you ever follow me, do the hashtag to love yourself, that's what I mean. And able to get yourself better, to go out to do successful, like our doctor here, I mean the author here, Patrick Gao, you got to be loving yourself and willing to search for your teacher and educate yourself and find the truth, because as they say, the truth will set you free. So that's what that is. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Viith, for your very comprehensive thought and idea and expression in order to respond to this chapter and also to the whole book. Okay, Gloria, your turn.
Thank you. I think that this is a really great chapter because it's very positive, and I think it gives great insight into the mindset of someone who is very motivated and motivated to succeed in life. And I myself often tell myself, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. And it's definitely a mindset that I need to learn how to get out of. I always see obstacles in the way, like, oh, that's too expensive to do that, to, further my education. It's always too expensive to put my kids in daycare so that I can further my education. There's always something in the way. So I think I need to, try to have this mindset and find ways to get through these obstacles that I have. And just like Viith said, just trying to I lost my train of thought. Right? He was talking about, what was it?
That is fine.
It was in my mind, now it's gone.
Okay. Nobody.
That's fine.
But I just feel like I do need to have a more positive outlook and be more of a go-getter rather than like thinking about all the things that could go wrong and not letting the anxiety of certain things get to me. So I think it's very motivating, and I think a lot of people could benefit from seeing how much you overcame and how much you have achieved in your life, and that, we shouldn't stop ourselves short of becoming the best, reaching our potential. And
that's
I hope I can, do something similar in my life.
No, you don't hope. Don't
you come on, you're still young,
don't hope, just do it. Yeah.
Not this chapter, the book itself, the reason this book has come up is for that purpose, to guide, provide some kind of mentor or guide to people who not too clear about the destiny, about the
that's what I was thinking about. Like, it was
so
about people who don't really know what they want to do, and that's kind of where I am. Like, I don't know, where do I go from here? Like,
you will find that you read a couple of times, you will find you will find your own destiny, you know, because nobody can tell you to do stuff. Your own inner decision, you know, inner design or inner engineer, put it this way, that will propel you to the right, you know. You might not be able to see or to find it right now, but as long as you keep at it, you read it, you know, repeat chapters or certain thing, or you just feel that, how did he do it, you know? How can he, how he do, he can even speak proper English because you go to university, you know that, right? Your English had to be top, had to be efficient, you know, it's a top caliber. And you go into the university system now, you're not just going to any kind of college, you know, very competitive, you know, and, you know, and then you'll be fine. Because on one of my chapters, I had trouble because only my wife and I, we have kids, we have Monica. So after 6 months, we take her to babysitter, right? So my wife can go back to work. And at the end of the day, she don't even look at us. You know, right away we make the decision that no, she's not going to go back, because that's a sin for her to tell us that she doesn't want to go back, and you keep take her back, she's not going to speak to us or play with us. So that will break our heart already, you know, right there, the sign, you know. Then we decided that, okay, my wife need to stay home, taking care of Monica, and I go to work. And one income in Hawaii is tough, you know, it's not easy. I don't know in other states, but Hawaii, nobody can survive with one income. But we make it, you know. We make it until she was 3.5 years old. Then we put her into preschool. By then, she never want to come back home. You know, every time when we go pick her up, she say, "Can I stay a little longer?" You know. You know, so we make decision on what is benefit, not our convenience, benefit ours, you know, your kid and all that, you know. But through time, you know, it will take time. We rest. At the time we rest, okay, we take the rest, you know, whatever income that we can make, we try to make it, and then that's it, you know. And after 3 years, she go back to, you know, we make it, you know. And plus at the time when she stay home with us, 11 years, 13 months, she can walk, she can, you know, she talk already, you know. 2 years old, she read like kid, you know, like she read books.
Wow.
she not just look at the picture, she read it, you know.
Thank you, Gloria, for sharing, and thank you, Lupu, for jumping in and also
can I add some?
Okay, please.
Yeah, I just want to add some to Gloria. Gloria, focus your time on do something you love, because your passion will add up, and that's where you follow your passion, and then start. Don't wait until you have perfect timing, because in life you're never gonna have perfect timing. So just start and begin to enjoy what you like to do daily. Even 10 minutes, 10 minutes out of something that you love to do. Okay, so do that, and everything will grow. Just like I did to Sanghak, you know, invite me to host different shows and stuff. I do not know how to host those shows, but here's the thing: I have to be willing. You have to be willing, and just like our author here, he don't wait until he speak better English to write his book. So just spend time doing the best you can each day, and find somebody that do the thing that you don't like to do, like watch your kid and stuff sometimes. Find somebody to do that. But other than that, just do the stuff you like daily, and everything will follow itself, because just like our doctors say, there's a high energy out there that will put everything into a right place in the right puzzle. So don't worry. All you got to do is just do something you passionately love to do. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
And then don't forget, other stranger will see it. Will see your passion, yeah? Your energy. When you focus on something, your energy glow, your energy toward that purpose, and people around you will see, wow, you know, hey, you know, you struggle with this and that, and hey, how about this? I have this, you know, so everything will come to play, you know, but you gotta show your initiative first.
បាទយើងអានសភៅរដូវអត្តហាហើយនឹងសភៅខ្មែររាយនេះមិនត្រឹមតែយើងបានរៀនសូត្រពីនឹងហើយយើងម្នាក់នឹងអាចអភិវឌ្ឍខ្លួនទៅជាគេហៅថា motivational speaker បាទព្រោះឥឡូវយើងចែករំលែកមកគំនិតការយល់ឃើញរៀងៗខ្លួនហ្នឹងយើងមើលស្ដាប់ទៅគួរឲ្យចាប់ចិត្តមែនទែនអញ្ចឹងចំពោះខ្ញុំវិញក្រោយតែពេលយើងអានជំពូកទី25ហើយជាពិសេសយើងអាននឹងពីដើមមករហូតមកដល់ជំពូកទី25នេះហើយបើសិនយើងបន្ថែមសភៅលោកវិជ្ជបណ្ឌិតដុកទ័រសៀងសេងរដូវអត្ថាមួយទៀតយើងមានមោទនភាពណាស់យើងមានសភៅពីរហ្នឹងយើងមិនចាំបាច់ទៅអានសភៅណាផ្សេងទៀតក៏បានដែរនៅពេលដែលយើងមានអារម្មណ៍ down នៅពេលដែលយើងគិតថាយើងមិនអាចទៅមុខ getting stuck somewhere អញ្ចឹងយើងព្យាយាមអានសភៅហ្នឹងវាអាច break the barrier វាអាចទម្លុះនៅភាពតច្រករបស់យើងជួយផ្ដល់នៅកម្លាំងចិត្តឲ្យយើងបានហើយក៏ជាមោទនភាពដែរដែលយើងមានទាំងពីរភាសាសម្រាប់សភៅរដូវអត្ថាហើយសភៅខ្មែររាយនេះទោះបីយ៉ាងណាក៏ដោយឥឡូវក៏យើងអាចអានជាភាសាអង់គ្លេសបានហើយសង្ឃឹមថានឹងអាចមានភាសាខ្មែរនៅពេលឆាប់ៗមុខហ្នឹងអញ្ចឹងបើសិនបានទាំងភាសាខ្មែរភាសាអង់គ្លេសហើយសភៅពីរនេះខ្ញុំគិតថាអាចជួយដល់អ្នកដែលមានបញ្ហាក្នុងដំណើរជីវិតដែលជួបនៅការបាក់ទឹកចិត្តដែលជួបនៅគេហៅថាភាពខ្ជិលឬក៏ភាពមិនចង់ធ្វើអីដើម្បីឲ្យខ្លួនឯងនឹង rise ចឹងបាននៅពេលដែលអានសភៅទាំងពីរនេះនឹងអាចផ្លាស់ប្ដូរផ្នត់គំនិតរបស់គាត់បាទព្រោះអីគ្មានអីដែលលំបាកគ្មានអីដែលគេហៅថាពិបាកនឹងគេហៅថាកាត់ស្មានណាដែលយើងឆ្លងកាត់ពីរបបបល័យពូជសាសន៍ហើយយើងអាចកសាងខ្លួនយើងអាចកសាងគ្រួសារហើយជាពិសេសយើងបន្សល់នៅ legacy ជាសភៅនេះដើម្បីឲ្យអ្នកជំនាន់ក្រោយបានសិក្សាស្វែងយល់ទៀតចឹងលោកពូ Patrick កែវលោកវិជ្ជបណ្ឌិតសៀងសេងគឺជា the great role model for our Khmer and also for humanity មិនត្រឹមតែខ្មែរយើងទេបាទនេះតាមការយល់ឃើញរបស់ខ្ញុំហើយលោកពូចង់ឲ្យលោកពូ provide bullet point តាក់ទងទៅនឹង chapter 25 នេះតើលោកពូមានអីបន្ថែមដើម្បីឲ្យពួកយើង take away បាទសូមជម្រាបលោកពូបាទ
Yes, you know, you are this, you know, designer to win. That is to first come to, I mean, kind of some of these books, you know, no matter what, no matter where you are in life, you know, down, up, or whatever, you know, just remember you designer to win. You're born to be a winner. You are a vector of your own life. You know, that's just as simple as that. If a refugee, you know, like I'm seeing myself, who never gone to a proper education in terms of prepare yourself for college or university, and we make it, okay? There's no reason. So it's just a very little reason for you that cannot make it. It just matter you put into the proper perspective, you know, in your priority. It's no reason, you know, it may maybe take a little longer, I don't know, but you will. As long as you go through those kind of mindset, put it this way, those kind of you will, you know. Like Gloria, I think you will. You know, you still very young. You know, you will, and that is the first, you know, bullet point. You know, remember that that you are designed to win, and everybody be able to live in a happy life to your best potential, no matter what circumstances that you gone through. As long as you have this mindset, you have a living, you have a, you know, live maximum potential, fulfill life. One, you have to kind of developing what is your smile in life. រកឃើញសេចក្តីសម័យរបស់ខ្លួនឯងសុបិនរបស់ខ្លួនឯង What is it? You know, do you want to do it? You know, that is, you know, and then keep moving forward. You know, if you get stuck, don't worry. Just keep moving forward, you will find it, and then that is the first one. It's the second one. That is that, people all the time trying to pull you down, right? So to tell you that you cannot do this, you cannot do that. And you can name the worst person that can do that, can put you down. But the reality is, it's not them that pull you down, and you know who you are, who pull you down. I don't have to say it, because you come with the excuse, oh, because of this, because of that. Yes, you got the answer. Just matter, put your step for it, go for it, do it, and rest it you must, move on, do again, keep until you get it, like, you cannot get into medical school for the first try again next year, try again second year, try again the third year until you get it. The same school will look at your application, right? They say, man, this guy, very patient, even though you reject twice already, boom, you all of a sudden you got it. You change your writing a little bit there, and add your public, what you call it, social
service
assistant, you will get in, so it's not that, it's just that, it's just, failure is not actually good to have a lot of failure so you can learn from it, and you can create a rather better life. And again, and the third one is friends and, neighbors, and, you keep in touch, you keep, talking to them, and find, mentor if you need be, you have my Facebook, boom, Khmer, send me a message, and we can talk. We come online and we can talk. It's it's free. I be available to help out. That's a part. That's this book all about. That's why I write this book. It's not because it's not part of my family. It's just part of my family history, so my daughter can learn, can be proud of her, her identity and all that, and plus to be shared to the rest of my native, in the world in general, that if they put your heart and time to read it one or twice, they will make it. I'm telling you, I make it. There's no reason. There's no reason that people who gone to proper high school and stuff like that, it's little reason that they cannot make it. They're gonna do much better than I do. That's all.
អរគុណលោកពូច្រើនហើយចំទៅសភៅខ្មែររាយយើងមិនទាន់ចប់ទេយើងនៅសល់2 chapter ទៀតគឺ chapter 26 and 27 ហើយយើងនឹងចំណាយពេលប្រហែលជា3ដងទៀតនៅពេលដែលយើងចប់ chapter 26 27 ហើយយើងប្រើម្ដងទៀតដើម្បី recap ពីអ្វីដែលយើងអានពី chapter 1រហូតដល់ chapter 27 ហ្នឹងហើយយើងមានឱកាសដើម្បីចោទសួរឬក៏មានចម្ងល់អីពីណាពីណីមកដើម្បី
Chapter 27 is only 2 pages. It's up to you guys. You want to combine 26, 27 together and then one more week to recap, then it's up to you guys. I have no, I have time to.
បាទអញ្ចឹងយើងនឹងពិភាក្សាគ្នាលម្អិតបន្ថែមទៀតអញ្ចឹងពេលវេលាដែលក៏កាន់ខិតមកចូលមកដល់ដែរនៅដើម្បីបញ្ចប់សភៅខ្មែររាយហ្នឹងប៉ុន្តែយើងមានមោទនភាពណាស់ដែលយើងបង្កើតបានជា reading club នេះហើយយើងមានឱកាសយើងនឹងនៅតែជួយផ្ដោះប្ដូរផ្ដល់គំនិតលើកទឹកចិត្តគ្នាទៅវិញទៅមកឥឡូវយើងខ្លាយទៅជាគេហៅថា motivational speaker បានថាយើងអាចជួយគ្នាបានហើយខ្ញុំឃើញលោកគ្រូ Derrick លោកគ្រូ Viith Gloria Kerry បាទចែករំលែកនៅផ្នត់គំនិតពីទស្សនៈផ្ទាល់ខ្លួននឹងល្អមែនទែនបាទអញ្ចឹងយើងនៅបន្តគ្រប់គ្រងគ្នាហើយយើងអាចធ្វើការអីរួមគ្នាដើម្បី extend support យើងទៅខាងក្រៅទៀតបាទហើយយើងនៅយើងមានគេហៅថា two great role model យើងពីរនាក់គឺលោកពូផាទីកែវនិងលោកជាបណ្ឌិតសៀងសេងចាំជួយផ្ដល់ជាគេហៅថានៅគំនិតយោបល់ឬក៏ជួយពុតតម្រង់យើងទៅរកផ្លូវដែលយើងចង់រាយឲ្យដូចគាត់ពួកគាត់អញ្ចឹងបាទអញ្ចឹងអរគុណសម្រាប់ក្រុមអ្នកអានយើងទាំងអស់គ្នាអរគុណលោកពូផាទីកែវអរគុណចំពោះអ្នកដែលទស្សនាកម្មវិធីរបស់យើងហើយសូមជូនពរឲ្យសុខភាពល្អទាំងអស់គ្នាហើយសូមភ្លេចឲ្យមានសុវត្ថិភាពបាទអញ្ចឹងសូមយកឱកាសនេះដើម្បីជូនពរឲ្យថ្ងៃឱកាសឈប់សម្រាកហ្នឹងទទួលបាននៅសេចក្តីរីករាយក្នុងគ្រប់ក្រុមគ្រួសារទាំងអស់គ្នាបាទអញ្ចឹងយើងជួបគ្នានៅសប្តាហ៍ក្រោយបាទជម្រាបលាបាទ
Aloha